Wow. So we've done this a few times today, but I want you guys to take a look around the room. Honestly, I want you to make eye contact with at least two people. Feel that energy. Feel that. If you're anything like me, you've come here to learn something or to create change in your business. Some of us are simply here to be inspired, right? We want to be inspired to create change. Some of us need motivation. We see systems and processes and we see their value, but we just need a little kick, right? A little kick in the butt to get it going. Today I'm going to be talking to you about one of the most fundamental principles that has helped me grow my business. And when I say fundamental principles, I don't mean easy. I mean this is the thing. This is the foundation in which we build our businesses from. As business owners, how many people in here are in real estate? Show of hands. Okay, how about lending? Title? All right, got one. So can we all agree on this one thing, and that is our industry is very unique, isn't it? It's full of unique people, it's full of systems and processes and plenty of people to teach us. But it's missing a couple of things, okay? The foundation of every business is one of the only assets that us as agents, as title reps, as mortgage professionals, it's the only asset we own as a business person. That's interesting, isn't it? How well do we take care of that asset? Think about that for a second. How well do you take care of the home that you own for yourself and your family? Do you care for it? Do you have a house cleaner come? Guilty. I like to clean. But here's the thing. We have to understand that that database is an asset, and that's the collection of our personal sphere of influence, right? This is our community of influence. This is our database. Call it what you will, but it is the foundation in which the home of our business is built on. Can we all agree on that? If yes, say yes.
Yes.
Excellent. Fantastic. So what I want to do today is I want to start with a quick story, and I want to share with you something that when I started my business, that left me feeling a little bit naive, but ultimately ended really, really well. When I went out on my own and started BTG Real Estate, I kind of got caught up in this idea of, man, I got to do what my peers are doing. And as we know, our peers in real estate, they're not part of the 10%, right? The group has a tendency to flow together. And when I was starting this, my group was flowing towards having the sexiest website you can have, having the best Facebook page you can have. I have the best Twitter tweets of any real estate agent in the business, right? This was what I was going through, and I didn't connect to any of it. And I actually got poked fun at a little bit. I got poked fun because at the end of my first year as you know, building my own business, I finished the year at 78 deals, and I didn't have a website. How many of you have a website? Now, I hope what you're not hearing is, oh, well, Brandon said don't have a website. That's not what I'm saying, right? So we can all agree on that's not what I'm saying. But what I do want to tell you is I had a plan, right? I was fortunate enough to come across the book 7L in 2011. It was really exciting. It was the first real estate or business book that I had ever really connected to at a deep level. These books have a tendency to be very, systematic, very, instructional, task-based, but this one connected me to something a little bit deeper. And one thing that Rick Masters goes through in 7L is he understands that we have to have a communication plan. It's not enough just to have our database, our foundation in which we build our house on, but we have to frame the house out. And we have to do that with a communication plan. So today I have two objectives. It's not just about the database itself, but objective number one is I want to show you how to rank the people inside of that database, right? To have a plan and how you're going to communicate effectively with the people that matter most to you, the people that care most about your success, okay? And the second thing I want to do today is I want to inspire you to do it, to actually take something so fundamentally sound, so proven in our industry, and I want you to take it home and I want you to implement it. And I don't want you to wait till Monday. I want you to take it home today and implement it. And the first thing I'm going to teach you today is the simplest part. This is going to be literally something that you can do today. We're going to focus on the ranking. Rank your database. Now, I want you to think of ambassadors. Think of one ambassador in your life right now. I want you to put an actual human being in your head. I want you to see them. You see what they look like, the interactions that you've had in the past. You got them? Ambassadors This is an important piece because we want to fill our database with the right people, right? And we would love for them to all be ambassadors, but is that realistic? Probably not. Why? Because ambassadors typically have large spheres of influence, right? These are people that we know, that we communicate with, we interact with on a daily or weekly or monthly basis that also have a powerful sphere of influence. They're very socially outgoing. It doesn't take a lot of energy for them to speak up about you and your services and how valuable you are, right? But here's one of the biggest mistakes that we do when we rank ambassadors, is we focus on emotion and not evidence. Is your mother and your grandmother an ambassador for you? Yeah, right? But in the context of what we're going to be doing today, mom and grandma aren't ambassadors unless they're referring you 2 or more deals per year, right? So when ranking, remember, we have to focus on the evidence and not the emotion, okay? So our ambassadors, I want you guys to think of, these are the people that send 2+ deals a year, highly influential people, and focus on the evidence, not the emotion. Our A people, these are our champions. And here's what I want you guys to understand about the A people. When you're going through your database and you're ranking these folks, I want you to understand that A people are fantastic people. It doesn't make them worse, right? This is not a scale of whether or not you're a good person. This is a scale of influence and how it will impact your business. That's what we're talking about. So our champions, understand, these are the people that typically refer you 1 deal a year. Now, does that 1 deal from that individual have the same impact that the deal from A+ gives you 2 or 3? It does. These people have a smaller sphere, right? These people aren't necessarily as outgoing as your A+s, right? But that one person means the same to them as your A+s giving you 3. It's important to understand that they don't have less value because of that. Our B people, this is our potential pool. This is your largest group of people. Okay? No one stays in the potential pool, right? This is an entry-level position. We put people in the B position, and our goal at that point when they're here is we want to interact with them, we want to be moving them up, or we want to be moving them down. But it's that one piece right here, entry-level, short-term, get them to A, move them to A+, or get them to C and down to D. Now C is our peer group. This is where our friends and family typically are. Our friends and family would use us, right, to buy or sell a home. That's important. It doesn't mean that because they're C, they're not going to give us business. It's just that they might not be the influencers, right? When my grandmother sells me as the best real estate agent in the country, it's not as necessarily as valid because she would sell me as the best anything. She loves me, right? But that A+ doing that thing is a completely different story, okay? So this is where our C's show up. Peers, friends, family, that's where they're at. Now let's spend a little bit of time on the D. D people are interesting because we have so many more of these people in our database than we would like to admit, okay? Now I want you guys to picture a person in the D category. Get them in your head real quick. You got them? I want you to imagine that your phone rings right now. And that phone has the name and the picture of that person in your D category. How do you feel? This is what Ds are. Ds are energy stealers. And if you're anything like me, you do not have an endless battery every single day. I don't. My battery starts ticking down the moment I wake up, right? And I want to spend my time in my most influential zone with the people that drive energy back to me. That's what's important, right? That's what this is an exchange of value, an exchange of energy to the people that are most influential to your business. Now I want to close with this. This is a system and a model, is it not? It's a proven system and a model, and proven by top agents and some of the most influential people in our business, is it not? Yes. It is. So the difference between one person executing this and one person putting it in and not getting anything out of it is purpose and intention. So what I want you guys to do when you leave today, this is a very simple thing. All we're committing to today is ranking. But when we rank, we're going to rank with purpose and intention, and we're going to focus on evidence, not emotion. Thank you, guys.